podcast. Let's get the Gleam together. Cold lake wind and orange lights. Sunday fire, dog pound nights. We won the scars, we stood the test. Brown and orange across our chest. From the Muni lot to the end zone line. This city's heart still beats in time. Through every loss and every dream, you can feel it rise. There's a gleam. Let's get the gleam together. This is our time. Let's get the gleam together. Whoa. Let's get the gleam together. This is our town.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our show. There's a Gleam podcast, the Cleveland Browns podcast. Today is Wednesday, May 13th, and it's 12:02 p.m. Hope all you mothers out there had a wonderful Mother's Day. And John, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Steve. I want to echo your sentiments too of Happy Mother's Day. Hope everybody had a great Mother's Day on Sunday. I know we did. Hopefully you did too. I'll talk about mine in a little bit in the land segment.
Okay.
But no, I'm doing great today. A little cold and crisp, but I think a heat wave is coming soon.
That's what they're saying. What, Saturday, I think, supposed to hit 70s, 80s. And
Yeah. So I'm kind of looking forward to that.
yeah, this week's going to be still a little chilly in the land, 50s and 60s. But yeah, I think the tide's turning. That next week, at least as of now, they're saying 70s all next week and low 80s. So
Perfect. Because
that'd be nice.
I'm so tired of, like, in the morning, I'll put like long pants on and a sweatshirt. And then by the time I go to work, I want to put on a t-shirt. It's just like the weather's all over the place. And then I come home and I'm freezing. So I don't know.
Right? No, I'm the same way. I wear shorts a lot regardless.
I wish I could wear shorts at work, but I feel really weird in a manufacturing environment to wear shorts. So I
Right.
just don't do it.
I haven't done it with my job, so that is true. I will summertime when it gets warmer out, but I swore off. I think about a few weeks back. I'm like, it's spring, it's nice. I'm wearing shorts from here on out, and then we had some cold days. I'm like, all right, not yet. I like those, like, I call them swishy pants. I like those a lot. I'm not a jeans guy for some reason. I think because I'm heavier.
No, because I'm the same way. I'll wear jeans on occasion, but they just feel constricting. I like you said, I get like the Eddie Bauer swishy pants or something.
Right. Yeah. Now my wife always says I have no butt. So I'm not a big jeans guy, but I like the swishy pants and I like shorts. So, but anyway, here we go. Let's do this. We got all our social media. Remember, everybody, follow, subscribe, like on all the platforms. We are live on Wednesdays here at noon on YouTube, Facebook at There's a Gleam Podcast, and on X, we're at Hemi44. You can also find us both on TikTok. John, what's yours again?
John CLE at There's a Gleam.
There's a Gleam Podcast. All right. You can also listen to our podcast on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube podcasts, which usually air. John, you've been pretty good. You've been getting up actually later that same day.
Yeah, I've worked out a lot of the kinks and the bugs in it, and now it's pretty simple to get right up there. So if we get done on time, I can have it up before I go to work.
That's awesome. And then finally, you can check out our website at www.there'sagleam.com. Or for those of you that are watching live, you can use that little QR code up above in the top left corner and use that. There you'll find links to our social media pages. You can check out our bios. And best part, you can send a voice message. Pretty easy to do. Just click the start recording, then stop button once you're done. You can give your name and email if you want, or you don't have to, and then hit that send button, and it's that simple, and we may play it on one of our shows. So, John, I think it was still up there. Was it still the quarterback, Deshaun Watson? Or,
yeah, we have not gotten any messages yet on the website. So, but over time, it'll come around.
There you go. I know you've been doing the Gleam meter, and that's been taken off. We had a ton of comments we'll get to in our Gleam meter segment.
Yeah,
that one was a pretty popular one. But today we got a lot to talk about. We got Browns news. We have rookie minicamp took place over the weekend. I'm a jersey guy, so I saw they had the rookie jersey numbers were released, and we had a running back also change his jersey number.
We did.
We got some more information about rookies, who signed, who's not, some JOK news, some David Njoku news. Big news is NFL schedule releases this week. Tomorrow's the big day, but
tomorrow night at 8:00, I believe, even though a lot of it's been leaked already, but there's still a lot more games to go over.
It's amazing how they stretch that into a 3-hour show.
You got to love the NFL. You got to love the NFL. It's
Absolutely.
like whatever they do, they could just like make it longer, add more, and people just keep watching and consuming.
Well, they're about close to getting this made NFL stuff year round. I mean, well, look at us. We talk every week about football, but they do their thing. So we did get officially. It was official. It leaked yesterday, but it officially came out. I was watching NFL Network Good Morning Football, and they officially released the international game. So we'll talk about those. There's 9 of those. Inside the Dog Pound has a grand new free agent Fido of the week. And then John has the land segment featuring Cooper's Hawk in Avon, John?
Yeah, Avon. Yep.
All right. And we got and a little bit more. So we'll get started here. But John, I think first quick, you wanted to mention something, huh?
Yep. Shout out to our buddy Chris Canner. He might be sleeping right now because he is off today, but he's watching the show. He usually is working, and we're happy he can watch us live today. So shout out to our buddy Chris.
He sent us a text that he's like, good news, I'll be able to watch live. So
yeah,
shout out to you, Chris. So all right, we got some Browns news today. John, you want to start us off with that?
I'm scrolling. What the hell is going on with my computer, Steve? All right, let's see. Browns news. Here we go. All right, training camp. Rookie mini camp, actually, not training camp. A little early for that. So last weekend, Browns had the training camp over in Berea.
Yes.
48 players were invited to the camp, 10 drafted players, 12 undrafted signees, 25 camp tryouts.
That was crazy.
25 camp tryouts. Interesting. I wonder if any of these guys are going to make the team when they just get tryouts. I mean, is this like where you find the kid from remember, was it from the Invincible? Was that Invincible? The Papali story with
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg.
Is it Invincible?
Yeah, Invincible. Maybe we'll find a guy like Invincible coming in at camp tryouts. We also brought in a punter. Interesting. An international player.
Yeah, the one I heard about that. The interesting one was, I thought this will be a familiar name to all. Former first round pick, I think, of the Eagles, wide receiver Jalen Reagor. Remember him?
Yeah.
He was an invite. He hasn't played since 2024. He was a 2020 first round pick, 21st overall out of TCU by the Eagles. So he was a tryoutee.
Yeah.
The correct word.
I don't know, Steve. I think his ship is come and gone. I don't see him making the team. He's hanging by a thread right now in the NFL, and I don't think this is the place where it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen for him anywhere, to be honest. If it does, it's going to be a 4th, 5th receiver type deal.
There's Chris. I am here, and first time I can watch the whole show in its entirety live. Let's go. That's awesome.
All right, Chris. Good to have you.
Yes, sir. No, that's awesome. Yeah. Hey, it's worth a shot, right? Bringing these guys that, former first round pick, bring them in, see if there's anything there. If not, you don't lose anything. So why not? Right.
Right. Exactly. And the receiver room right now, Steve, all of a sudden it got really hard to crack in there.
It's kind of stacked there a little bit. I like, the other thing he had was Logan and Spencer Fano going head to head against each other. I'm sure people saw videos and stuff. I was going to get videos. I'm like, I'm not going to do it this week, but them matching up quite a bit. But I think a lot of eyes were on the receivers, Boston and Concepcion.
A lot of things I was listening to and reading is that Concepcion is looking like he could be a legit number 1 receiver this year. Maybe, maybe not overall as the number 1, but on the team as it is built right now, Concepcion could possibly have that number 1 spot, which would take some pressure off of Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think some of the things I heard in camp was, well, it's funny. I heard he made a couple spectacular catches and, looked good. Of course, there was one drop and everybody was playing that video all over the place, with him
Yeah.
dropping a
Yeah. People
the
have to lay off that. We can't get in this kid's head. We
right.
just gotta, like when he drops it, everybody, it's like when a pitcher is working a perfect game in the seventh, eighth, nobody talk to him. Drop it. Nobody talk to him. Don't worry about it. Don't get in his head.
Yes, sir. Well, and yeah, it's who was it? Boston. The reviews on him have been glowing. A lot of it, a lot of positive. I mean, I know it's shorts and they're running around, but I heard a lot of things. I heard very smooth and fluid than what they thought. Great hands, great size. Everybody loves the size, which I do too.
So do I.
So, and Concepcion, he's that playmaker guy. So that's
and and these guys look the part. So they're in shorts and helmets, but they look the part. They said the speed of Concepcion, you can see it. It just jumps off at you. So interesting that Rieger's going to try and hook on. Like I said, it's a deep receiver, not deep receiver room, but a decent receiver room right now. And I don't think Jalen Rieger is going to be able to latch on. Stephen, also interesting news out of camp too was Parker Brailsford.
Yes.
Yeah, he was that fifth round pick out of Washington.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's a really good chance that he's going to be our starting center. And maybe not week one, but very soon into the season.
There's a lot. I know they say he's short for size, but the guy is just so powerful. I'm pretty high to see him. I've been hearing a lot of stuff about him, and I think, again, everything's early. It's rookie mini camp, but a lot of the expectations are, don't be surprised if he ends up being the starting center. I think some of it will depend. I still don't think we know the Whippler status. I don't know if people are expecting him back in time, but I think he's a serious contender, John. I agree.
Yeah, Whippler definitely is going to be probably the biggest competition for him, I would think. Posick, he's coming back. We had the Achilles injury.
Yeah, well, he's gone. He's a free agent. And as far as I know, he hasn't signed with anybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Jenkins, the guy we signed from Green Bay, he's that versatile lineman. He did play center for Green Bay, but he's also, I think most people are projecting him maybe to be a guard for us, one of the starting guards, which would be nice.
Just looking something up quick about Posick. I want to see if they said if he's signed anywhere.
Last I heard, I've not heard any information with Posick about signing. I know he's coming back from the injury, so that could. What's that?
Just going, huh? Making a noise. Interesting. Well, yeah. So we shall see with that offensive line, but I like what they're doing. I did see something though, Steve, the other day, and I actually screenshot it on my phone. I wanted to go over it real quick. I know I didn't add this to the notes, just kind of popped up in my head right now. There was a chart, a breakdown chart of all 32 offensive lines and where they stand right now, and they were giving grades.
Interesting.
The Cleveland Browns were ranked 28th still in the NFL. So even though they've made these moves, I think it's important to realize that, we're not an elite offensive line yet by any means. I think some of these young players are the building blocks to have a really good offensive line.
Right.
So they had us, I guess it looks like this rating system goes all the way up to 8. And our highest ranked offensive lineman was Elgin Jenkins at 5.8. And Tevin Jenkins also is 6.
Yeah.
So no real high rated guys. They had Fano coming in at a 5.0, probably because he's a rookie, and they just probably baseline rookies out at 5.0. So
that makes sense. I mean, the line wasn't very good last year. You brought in all these new faces. I mean, it's going to take time for them to gel. You got a couple rookies potentially starting. So I'd say that's probably a fair rating right now for them.
I would too. And okay, so let me ask you this. Where do you think the Browns offensive line in rankings out of 32 teams needs to end up this year to make make it a successful year for this offensive line?
I would say we have to be in the top half, at least top 15. No, top 16, 15, 16. What do you think?
I think so. I don't know if they can get there, but I think a lot's going to depend on Fano and then the center, whoever they have at center too.
Yeah. I mean, damn, if they can hit on these two, you got your tackle and center of the future, and the other guys, well, what is Zion Johnson? I think he's like 28. He's been around a little bit, but still, they're not old. So that'd be great. Wasn't that the thing? Don't they always talk about every year adding linemen?
You have to.
The draft and stuff, keep adding. So, and then don't forget, we still have DeJuan Jones. So I saw some photos of him about a week or two ago. It looks like he's actually slimmed down.
Oh, that would be good. I think he could use to lose a couple. He's so big and tall and strong. The extra weight maybe just hampers him a little bit.
Well, that's what scared me with the Proctor. Remember, there was a lot of that talk about the Browns being serious contenders for the Caden Proctor. And my biggest thought was, I didn't, you could say the Alabama thing and the Jedrick Wills experiment, but they're different guys. I was more worried about his size.
So was I. I agree.
I don't want to deal with another tackle that's got weight issues. We did kind of did that with Jones. He's been hurt, so no, thank you. So,
I kind of forgot about Dwight Jones. So add him to the mix too.
Yeah, Chris said, personally, I don't put much or care much about national media attention or these ratings until we're great. Let's lay in the weeds and surprise people. I don't need the accolades. I just want W's. Well said, Chris.
Yeah. 100%.
Although that being said, they did say we had a stellar draft. No, I'm with you though. I mean, they haven't done anything on paper. Do we look better than last year on paper? I would think yes, but there's a lot of time. We got a lot to do still. So
talking about a stellar draft, how about all the buzz about quarterback Taylor Green right now?
He seems to be the hot topic, right? Well, it's quarterback and it's Cleveland.
Yes. Two reasons why we talk a lot about him. When you got three, you got none.
Right.
Well, actually, now we got four. So coming out of the 6th round, Steve, to be honest, I hadn't really heard much of Taylor Green except for what I had read before the draft.
Right.
And I didn't realize the insane skills that this kid has.
That I first heard of him at the combine when he made all the noise running the was it, like a 4.36 or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I really knew more about the kid.
4.36 was the fastest 40 time since Michael Vick, I think like in 2002 or something like that.
Okay, wow.
Vick ran a 4.33.
Gee, that's pretty good company, huh?
Well, this kid's 6'5" that could run like Michael Vick. Get out of here. That's ridiculous.
I saw him in an interview with somebody, and they're like, who I think they're trying to ask him, who does he compare to or whatever. And did you hear what he said?
No, what'd he say?
Oh, did you? I think you had that. I'm sorry.
About how he compared himself to Lamar. He says he's kind of a mix of everybody, like Lamar, Johnson, and his dad said Randall Cunningham. I sorry about that.
Yeah, I saw that, and then he said that I really don't think there's anybody like me, and I don't think he was being cocky about it or anything. It's crazy though. You forget just how either a combination of how young these guys are or how old we are. They'll talk about Randall Cunningham. Yeah, I don't really remember him. I'm like, huh? What? Some of these guys. What do you mean? It seems like it was just a few years ago. Well, actually, Cunningham has probably been way longer, but it's just kind of crazy to hear some of these kids when you think of us and like who's played and how they haven't heard of some of these guys.
I know. Yeah. That means we're old, Steve.
I was trying to spin it another way, but we're just getting old.
We've seen a lot, which is good because we're able to compare
some
of these guys. And I'll tell you what, if this kid's anything like Randall Cunningham, Lamar Jackson, and Josh Allen mixed together.
I mean, just his physical abilities. I can see why the Browns took a shot. I mean, there's, of course, we're in Cleveland and the media likes to do this. A lot of Browns fans are guilty of this. People want to make more of it, but you got a kid with all that talent. Why not? It's a 6th round pick. How often do these guys hit? If I'm being honest, if this kid was in the draft last year and they took him in the 3rd round over Dylan Gabriel, I could be like, okay, I see his athletic ability. That's something that could work. I'd much rather take a shot with a kid, kid like this than, no offense to Dylan, but to Gabriel.
100%, Steve. If I had no names on a chart, just size attributes, I'm not as a GM, I'm not even gonna consider Dylan Gabriel at his height and left-handed. No. He's off my board from the rip. This kid was 6'6", 230, 240.
He's a Greek goddess as far as I'm concerned. 230, I think they say. But no, and people got to remember, you got to account for AFC North football is a little bit different. It's physical, the weather. I don't want a 5'10" quarterback with a below average or very average arm. Give me the kid that's, I hate to say it, but Ben Roethlisberger, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, give me something. I want something special. And there's nothing special about the other guy. We won't name names, I guess, but
Roger and Cuyahoga Falls said, how about a slash guy? I think he's talking about using him like slash, like a Cordell Stewart type.
Oh, I was over here thinking of slash guitar.
Slash is a hell of a guitarist.
I think you were going to talk about that too. As far as, I don't want to jump too far. What was some of his stats? I don't know much about him. Did you have any of his stats still available?
So with Arkansas, 2,700 yards plus passing, 15 plus touchdowns, back-to-back seasons, and plus 600 yards rushing and 8 rushing TDs. That's back-to-back.
Okay.
I don't know how many interceptions. I don't have that. Yeah, so I was listening to Todd Monken. I think it was on the Ken Carmen, Anthony Lima show. And he was talking about, once training camp hits, it's going to be really hard for them to get Taylor Green some reps.
Oh, I would hope so.
So it's going to be a lot of just developing in the classroom, but he's not going to get a lot of time on the field. But I do believe that the other thing that Monken said also was it even makes it more difficult now because you've got to kind of cater to a Taylor Green and he runs different types of packages, the RPOs.
Yeah.
And then you have Dylan Gabriel, who's a left-handed quarterback. Now you've got to kind of coach that.
Yeah.
Steve, the way he was saying it, it kind of made me think that he's not really on board with Dylan Gabriel. I think it's not fitting the system.
Man, very well could be. I wouldn't be surprised, if he's the odd man out. But
Roger I do think they will give him some gadget packages early.
Oh, for sure. I think with a guy with that talent, and Roger said he a slash guy like Cordell Stewart.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Cordell.
Yeah, I definitely think with that kid's talent, I'd be shocked and surprised if you don't see that at some point this season him come in for some type of gadget plays. While he's developing. Why wouldn't you?
Steve, did I say Cordell Stewart or did I say another name when he said slash?
I don't remember now. I have to go back and play the tape.
I was thinking Cordell Stewart, but I may have said somebody else. I know it wasn't Hines Ward, but I don't know. I feel like I said a different receiver. But anyways.
A nice package of pistol. Yep, absolutely. I totally could see that. And that's what's so nice about that. I mean, we saw last year doing the kind of the Wildcat with Quinshon Judkins, and to their credit, they did have some success with it, but it was pretty obvious he was running that ball every time. That kid there's no thought of throwing that ball. So at least with a kid like this, Taylor Green, if you bring him in for something, you've got the option. Is he going to throw it? Is he going to run it? I mean, Monken being creative, I'm kind of excited to see what they could do. And thanks for the comments, Roger. Before I forget, Roger's with the Dog Chug. They're on after us, later at night, 9:30, and they got a special guest tonight making his debut, James, which is the husband of Lysandra, friend of the show, Bougie Sports. He's making his debut with them tonight with Dog Chug.
Cool.
So
I'm going to try. That's like on 8 or
9:30. 9:30.
Because I'll put it on because I leave work at around 10:30. So I try to put it on while I'm wrapping stuff up at my computer. I try to get at least 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes in listening.
There you go.
Busy.
And yeah, I agree. Can you imagine that Taylor Green in the backfield with Judkins trailing him?
Okay, but if they're going to do this, I want to see Taylor Green throw the ball. You can't just keep running.
Well, I think so. I think you would. At least you have the threat, you know.
But they never, it seemed okay in the past. Like they would have Josh Cribbs lining up back there. He would never really throw it. Then you have
very rarely.
Jenkins. He never threw it. You got to have a guy that's not willing to chuck it down.
I agree. At least now you have the legitimate threat, and they really strongly have to think about it. Like I said, I remember when the Browns would do Jenkins last year. I'm like, I don't know about this, but every time he got the first down or got what they needed, but like I said, absolutely no threat of him throwing the ball. So, yeah, I like it. You know,
is Taylor Green the most physically gifted quarterback in the Browns quarterback room right now?
Well, if I think about it logically, you're welcome, Roger. If I think about it logically, it's a hell yes compared to Gabriel.
Yeah.
Just physical ability. Yeah. I mean, Watson, he's older. He's had all the injuries. You know, he's faster. Probably got a stronger arm. He's the best athlete for sure. I agree. Yeah. Roger said that too. Best athlete. Yeah. Is he the best quarterback? No. And I don't expect him. And I hope Browns fans don't expect this guy to be the quarterback here to start the year at any point. I think he's a good development guy. See what you got. And, but let's go with the other guys. So
one last quick thing about Taylor for you.
Yes.
How long does he have here to show what he can do? Does he have 1 year, 2 years, 3 years? I
mean, I think he's on this roster for as long as until they find somebody else. I mean, for a third quarterback with that type of ability, I keep him on that rookie contract. What that late of a pick? What's that? Usually a 4-year deal.
Yeah,
I keep him here for 4 years until you get somebody better. And as a third quarterback, why not?
Good point.
You're not gonna. I don't think this kid. I mean, well, who was the kid last year? Milroe, the Alabama quarterback.
Yes.
Which to this day, I wonder, had he been there, if you remember, he went just a couple picks in that third round before the Browns ended up taking Gabriel. And there's a lot of rumors of the Browns being interested. Well, back then we had Tommy Reese as the coordinator, so the ties to Alabama. I wonder to this day, would they have taken him had he been there? You know, I think he's buried as the third quarterback. You have, Darnold is the starter, won him the Super Bowl. You have Drew Lock still there, and then Milroe's like the third guy.
True. So, yeah. Hey, some guys maybe take a couple years, and that's fine if you could stash them on your roster.
Absolutely. I mean, like I said, a talent like that, I'll work with as long as I can until I get something better or until he shows he's not going to cut it. And then there's the whole, I know they don't want to talk about it, and he's a quarterback first, but there have been a few guys that have made the transition from quarterback to receiver. And one of the most notable guys was here in Cleveland, former Buckeye great Terrell Pryor. Remember?
Yeah, but I don't think that Green wants to go down that road from the interviews I saw.
No, I don't think anybody that's a quarterback wants. I mean, he wants to try and be a quarterback, but on that physical athletic ability.
Eventually, right. If it's not working at quarterback, you got to reassess whether you want to play in the UFL or you want to play in the NFL.
Absolutely. God, absolutely. I think of Mary Kay. Hey, there's our buddy Rob Jacobs. Greetings and salutations, my brothers. Rob, thank you, my friend. He is in the Navy, proudly serving us and keeping us safe. He was out for a while on tour.
He was out at sea. So he's back.
He said, my Gleam meter's off the charts, being able to see and hear you guys again.
That's awesome.
Thanks, Rob.
Hey,
yeah.
Go ahead. I was going to talk about Quinshon Judkins' jersey.
Yeah.
Are you going to buy the number 1 jersey now that he's got his Ohio State number back?
We'll have to say I did have that up there. He switched back, went from 10 to number 1. That was some big news. It's so weird to see some of these numbers anymore, but I like it. Hey, you know what?
I like it. I'm glad they made the change. I thought it was too tight the way they used to do things, you know, certain players, certain numbers. I like it now.
Yeah, I do too. Well, the other big news was where did I have it? Speaking of jerseys, I had that. So they had all the new rookie numbers. So for those of you that don't know or can't see the picture, so this is an interesting one. Spencer Fano is going to be 55, who's the last 55? Was that Alex Mack?
Alex Mack is one I remember. It stands out.
It may have been somebody in between, but I always think of Alex Mack.
So do I.
Another reason it's kind of weird is he's playing left tackle. And you don't see tackles usually. Usually it's those guys in the 70s. Yeah. 70s, so he's 55. Concepcion is going to be 17. Let's hope it's a different outcome.
Braylon Edwards. Oh no, the curse of Braylon Edwards.
Right?
He's gonna drop everything.
Oh my gosh, that is true. So let's hope he breaks that curse. Sorry, Roger. Roger's a big Michigan guy. But Concepcion 17, that's even a weird number for me too, because when I think of 17, I think of Brian Sipe. But and then Denzel Boston is going to be number 12.
That reminds me of Josh Gordon.
Hey, if he's anything close to Josh Gordon, home run. McNeil Warren, the safety, is going to be 28.
Okay.
Last 28, I could Lee Bodden. Remember Lee Bodden in the corner?
It's the number about, first name that comes to your head when you see a number.
That's pretty good. 12. I also thought of Vinny Testaverde.
Yeah.
Again, that's dating how old we are. And then the center you talked, or not the center, Barber, the tackle from Florida. He's gonna another tackle. He's 58.
I can't think of a 58 off the top of my head.
I kept thinking linebacker.
I was thinking, gosh, who was the guy we got from the Giants that came over with Belichick?
Not Pepper Johnson.
Yeah, was Pepper Johnson 58?
I think he was 52.
Oh, okay.
Trying to think. I can't remember a 58. I almost said Chip Banks, but he was
Dick Ambrose. Was Dick Ambrose 58?
I don't think he was 52 as well.
All right, next one.
Wasn't Kirksey 58? The linebacker Kirksey?
I think he may have been.
Oh, are you thinking Carl Banks?
Carl Banks. That's who it was. Carl Banks.
Maybe it's Carl Banks, both him and Johnson. But yeah, there you go. Okay. Brailsford, the center, 52. 52. Now I'm pretty sure that was Ambrose's number. Yeah. And then Jefferson, the linebacker, he's going to be number 10 now, which was Quinshawn Junkins' old number.
Kelly Holcomb's old number.
That's true too. The tight end Royer is going to be 18. That's a little weird for a tight end.
Strange. A tight end at 18.
Gary Danielson's the first one I think of.
Yeah.
And then Green, Taylon Green, he's 15, which was Flacco's old number while he was here briefly. And then the final one, the other tight end was Ryan, and he's 48, which that kind of fits because I think he might be kind of that fullback, H-back tight end. Looks like how they're kind of using him in camp and with the talk I saw.
Yeah. I like having a fullback on the team.
Rob said intercept to Verdi. He did get us to the playoffs. Oh, Cantor had a good one. Herman Fontenot, when I see 28. You know what?
Ooh, yeah.
That is true. That is a good one. Roger had me and my son were hoping Mason Graham out back in the 55 for the Maize and Blue. Yeah, that's true. I'm surprised he didn't. He was 55 in college. That he didn't maybe make the switch. I forgot about that. So if those you like the jersey signings, we had that. And then the other big news was that 8 out of the 10 drafted rookies have been signed already.
All right. Who's not signed, Steve?
Only 2 not signed were Concepcion and McNeil Warren, the safety.
Okay.
I think it'll get done. The cool thing was both of them were at camp. They didn't let that stand in the way of, hey, I don't have a contract. They came. They wanted to be a part of it. I mean,
that's important.
Especially Concepcion. I haven't looked around the league to see what other guys have done, but I mean, this is all pretty much slotted. So
he's going to get what he's pretty much going to get. And it's important. It's important for them to be there because Monken was installing a lot of motions. And from my understanding, it was like the movie, someone compared it to the movie about the Olympic hockey with Kurt Russell, where there's Miracle, where he's like, again. Really? He was skating. Yeah, that Monken, he wanted it right. He wanted to teach these guys emotion from day one. So I like how Monken's handling this.
Yeah, I agree. Roger said he's still not signed. That is true. So yeah, no, that's some good stuff. We got some other news here.
Yeah.
What do you got, John? Former Browns.
They're J-OK.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Wusakorma on the PUP list, and he'll be out for this season. I think that's it, Steve.
Yeah. I mean, it's not really.
I would have loved to see him and Swetchinger together.
That would have been nice. That would have been awesome, actually. But
so probably the next time we'll see him, he'll be smashing a guitar before the game.
I do agree with you. I hate to say it. Wasn't there a report out there he was, I think we all expect it, but wasn't there some kind of report floating around that he was basically kind of looking for a doctor that would say
he couldn't find a doctor that would release him or give him clearance.
I mean, in one regard, give him credit. The heart man obviously you can tell he wants to keep playing, but there are more important things in life than football, and his health's one of them. So for his sake, I guess as much I hate to see it, I'd love to see him in a uniform.
But I want to see him walking and with a
exactly. Yeah. So yeah, JOK out for the year. Probably
David Njoku, Steve. He went to the Chargers.
What's that?
He went to the Chargers.
That could be a pretty good fit for him.
I think that's a great fit for Njoku.
You got Harbaugh there. You got Mike McDaniel running that new offense. And he's going to be a lot more comfortable because we all know that. I'm sure the ladies especially know Njoku loved to go shirtless pregame warm-up. So you're going to be in LA for most of the time. So you can go shirtless for as long as you want, my friend. And probably not. Right? So what was it? Is it a 1-year deal he got? What was the
I believe it was a
1 year up to $8 million. I think I saw.
Yeah, 1 year, $8 million. So I think it's a good fit for him. I think he's going to be very productive there, to be honest with you.
Well, how long was he? 9 seasons with us?
Yeah. 9 years. Drafted in the first round in 2017. He had 34 touchdowns overall for us, and he was a Pro Bowler in 23.
A solid pick, but I still what was some of his other numbers?
He had 34 touchdowns, 4,000 receiving yards, Pro Bowl in 23.
Yeah, that was his best year. I think that may have been his best year. That was with Flacco, where it turned out to be his new best friend.
His buddy, yeah. He had in 23, he had 882 receiving yards and 6 touchdowns. Steve, it's like we've said before, he's so close to being that just dominating tight end, but it just never
showed glimpses. There's a part. What's that?
Just glimpses.
Yeah, there's a part of me that he had some good times, good moments, but I always felt like we didn't quite get everything out of him. There was that period, remember, where he asked to be traded. He wanted to get traded because solid. I know he's beloved here, and to his credit, he really embraced Cleveland.
He did.
Always spoke highly, took offense to people talking bad about it, which, that's going to shoot his stock up here. He'll be a legend here for life. But there is I'm trying to think of the right word. That's the 2017 draft. And I know hindsight being 2020 and all that stuff, but we've talked about stuff like this before. I'm a bloodlines guy through and through.
Yep.
I'll be bitter to the day I die that the Browns didn't draft Clay Matthews Jr. or the third when they had a chance the 1 year when he came out. And not once, but twice we passed on TJ Watt. Again, the bloodlines with JJ Watt. We took Julius Peppers, I believe, with like the 25th.
Yeah, we traded. I think we made a trade that year.
Well, that was the year that we moved back. Remember, we were picking, what was it, 10th or what? Not 10th, 12th. And we traded with Houston and we moved back. But then we took Njoku with the 29th pick, and right after that, 30th, TJ Watt. Could you imagine this defense with TJ Watt and Myles Garrett on it?
Well,
I mean, we love the hate on here. What's that?
That would have been amazing. But after about 4 years, 5 years, those guys are splitting up because you can't keep them both.
I was going to say, we probably wouldn't be able to afford them, but
you trade one, maybe draft picks. But no, that would have been great.
That would have been pretty cool to see. So, but now, Chief, overall solid career here. Wish him the best. He's going to move on. We'll see if Chargers. He's gonna. Would you say that's probably going to be the best quarterback he's going to be able to play with?
Sure. Well,
with Herbert.
Joe was on the money with his passes.
That is true. That is true. So,
but I think he should have a decent year this year. A late career resurgence.
Yeah, I could see that. What is he? How old is Njoku now?
He's close to 30, right? 9 years in the league. Came probably into 20. He was young when he came in.
Yeah, he was. He might. I don't think is he 30 yet?
Close to it. probably 29.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if I could look that up.
Well, while you look that up, there's one last thing going on. The Browns announced a summer tailgate event at
I
the
got
stadium.
that. I got that email. He's 29 as of May.
29 as of May?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. He was young when he came in.
Yeah. Yeah. He was, I thought he was 20. I thought he was just under 21 when he first came here. So makes sense. But yeah, I got you're talking about it now, but I did get that email, which I'm sure you did, bringing Brown season ticket holders.
Yeah. June 14th at the stadium from 12 to 5. Tickets are free, but you gotta have a ticket. So you have to go and claim a ticket.
Okay.
Probably Ticketmaster or the Browns website, I guess. I got the email through the Browns website.
But yeah, I looked at it quickly. It's June. I was like, June, that time of the year, that's full boating season for me. It's a Sunday. I don't know yet if I would go, but it's interesting.
I'm gonna go.
Would you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go check it out. Why not? See what the Browns are putting together.
Well,
and they've got 40-yard dashes, zip lines. I'm gonna try the zip line. 90-foot super slide, flag football, inflatables, trading card breaks, memorabilia, photo ops, and giveaways.
Wow. Okay.
So we'll probably be talking more about that as it gets closer.
A lot going on there. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And I think that does it for our Browns news. And that one ran a little bit. That's 40-minute segment there, buddy.
That's all right. We're good.
Make up for it.
We'll make up for it.
All right. So on this note, you want to do our sponsor read?
So wet jet pressure washing. All right, let's talk about leveling up your home or business, because if it looks rough or after Northeast Ohio winter, you will already know. Wet jet pressure washing is the move. They're based out of Painesville Township and cover all of Northeast Ohio, and these guys do it all. House washing, roof cleaning, gutters, concrete sealing, deck restoration, even commercial fleet cleaning. If it's dirty, they're coming for it. And they've been doing it since 2001, 25 years of experience. Fully insured, bonded, and using top-of-the-line equipment with eco-friendly cleaning solutions. This isn't just a guy with a hose, Steve. This is the pros. So here's where you win. Mention there's a Gleam podcast and get 75% off their spring cleaning package. It's a full house wash and exterior windows. If your place needs a reset after winter, this is the call to make. Do yourself a favor. Call Scott and the team at 440-283-WASH. That's 440-283-9274. Or hit them up at wetjetpressurewashing.com. Wet Jet Pressure Washing, clean that stands out. Let's get that Gleam back.
There you go. Thank you to them. You can see their information scrolling on. Give Scott and his gang a call. So, John, we got our Gleam meter. And this one, I was... I was a little surprised. This one got a lot of interest.
It did. It got a lot of traction.
Yeah, it did.
So our Gleam meter, Steve, I'm thinking we're running this Gleam meter out for everything that happens with the Browns. We did it for the stadium, we did it for the draft. Now we're doing it for individual players, and this one took off.
Yeah, it did.
So we did a Gleam meter for quarterback Taylon Green. And the number one was no Gleam, backup vibes, not the answer. Number two, there's a flicker, shows flashes, but too many question marks. 3 was a steady Gleam, can win games and keep you competitive. 4 is a bright Gleam, could be a difference maker and a guy you trust on Sundays. And 5, a full Gleam, a franchise quarterback, the dude, parade route potential. So we had 25 votes through Facebook and TikTok. The final vote, or the final Gleam setting, Steve, is going to be a 3. It came in at 2.6 on the Gleam meter. So like in school, we round up. So we're going to a 3, a steady Gleam. So people are thinking that Taylon Green, once developed, can win you games and keep you competitive. Interesting.
Yeah.
Couple comments here. Dan Parker from Facebook, he said he gave him a 3. He could beat out Gabriel and Sanders for QB2.
Oof, I don't know about that, but
yes.
Okay.
Rowan from TikTok. I just had to put this one here because I had a little conversation with this guy. He put 3 as a diehard Browns fan from Pittsburgh. So I had to give him some props for
enemy territory. You don't see that too often. Browns fans in Pittsburgh. It's usually the opposite.
Yeah. CNEF 851. He said, I'd have to say a 2. He has some flashes, but some really, really rough throws.
Yeah.
Jude, he said Talon is a 2 and Shador is a 3, in my opinion. So he threw a 3 in for Shador.
Okay.
And,
well, that's a good comparison, I guess. To
and
how
then
he
and then the last one I have is barrel aged Dave. Sounds like this guy drinks a lot of bourbon.
I was gonna say.
Number 2, he gave him a 2, but needs polish for a few years. Windup is too long and throwing footwork is slow. Amazingly athletic and physical freak. Lots of potential. So where's
barrel aged Dave sounds like a scout.
Dude, I had some comments that were like paragraphs. They were like breaking this kid down. I'm like, I never knew so much about this kid.
Wow. For me, I probably would go with for right now. Is it based on now or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, I think where you could see him landing eventually, because we know he's just developmental.
Yeah,
what could he be?
I mean, trying to take my Browns glasses off, being realistic at a 6th round pick, I would probably have went with a 2. Shows flashes, but too many question marks. I mean, we've talked about it. Everybody's brought up his athletic ability. He's off the charts. If that was the case, why wasn't he drafted higher, more regarded as one of these top? I mean, this was a pretty weak quarterback class. Let's be honest. After Mendoza,
maybe Ty Simpson.
I mean, Simpson was there at 2, the second one, but I mean, that was after that. There's really nothing. So with this kid's physical ability, so I would have said 2. My hope, could he win games, keep you competitive? I think that would be nice to be at least at a 3. Difference maker 4, a guy you could trust on it. That would be phenomenal. But if he can get to a 3, we'll see. But I liked it, man. There was a lot of responses with that one.
A lot of response from that, yeah. It's good to get the pulse of the Browns fans.
Yes, sir. We don't have a lot of time, but AFC North news. We're going to talk a little bit more next segment on NFL in our NFL news segment, but a little bit of a spoiler alert. There's 3 teams in the AFC North that will be playing in the international games, and Cleveland's not one of them. So you figure it out, folks. So we'll get to that. But you did have, once again, Steelers. It's another week, Pittsburgh Steelers, and it's as Aaron Rodgers' world turns, I think. What do you got?
This. I didn't even understand the story when I'm researching and reading and it's happening. I'm like, wait, he was supposed to be in Pittsburgh last week. They thought he was going to meet with the team, but he didn't. Then I heard he was there for golfing. So I'm really not sure. But Pittsburgh might be getting nervous, Steve. ESPN's Dan Graziano says the Steelers are comfortable waiting because they believe Rodgers still gives them the best shot at playoffs. But I think this holdout is taking a little bit longer than they thought.
Okay.
They said Michael Silver from the Athletic said the Steelers are walking a tightrope with no real backup plan, which I disagree, because they have Will Howard and they have Mason Rudolph and they also have the kid from Penn State. I can't recall his name.
Drew Aller.
Yeah. So I don't think they're in a do or die. If I'm Pittsburgh at this point, I tell Rodgers we're done here.
Well, I'm kind of torn on this because I was thinking about that a little bit. And first thought was, you know what? Let Rodgers play. They ain't going anywhere with him, and he's not their future. So great. But then I'm like, you know what? That gives potentially Howard or Aller a year to learn under him. Yeah. I mean, it worked wonders in Green Bay when you went from Favre to Rodgers and then Rodgers to Jordan Love. Because I started thinking, I'm like, well, damn, selfishly, do we want Rodgers to be out and you're going to have to go with probably Howard? I would think logically Howard would be ahead of Aller, but who knows? And being young and inexperienced, would they struggle and, turn out to have crappy careers? So would it benefit them learning another year under Rodgers? Or would it be better to throw them out and watch them sink and watch Pittsburgh sulk in misery while they try and find their franchise quarterback?
I want whatever is worse for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I hate saying it, Will Howard, Ohio State quarterback. Drew Aller, Ohio kid, I believe from Medina area.
Yeah, Medina. He didn't even want to put that Steelers hat on at the draft.
I'm with you. Whatever's the worst for them. So I'll just begin. You know what? And thinking about this, we still haven't heard from Batonio what's going on with him, but I'll be glad when this Rodgers thing's over. I'm tired of hearing about him.
Me too.
There you go. That's not a lot of news there. I looked for a little bit, and it's slim pickings, but we do have a lot of NFL news. And wow, we got to fly here. We're probably gonna have to cut back some of our stuff.
Let's hit the gas. Let's hit the gas. Rack them and stack them.
NFL schedule releases tomorrow. That's the 14th. John, notice anything about the picture I have up there that they released for the NFL schedule? Is this a precursor as to what might to expect?
Bills, Browns, primetime football?
I'm thinking, everybody made a stink last year. Where remember when they had the picture of a player on every team? There's like all of them there. That pyramid, and the two closest ones was Darnold and Stafford. Was it or no? Yeah. Was it Stafford?
It was Stafford and Darnold. Yeah, walking to the stadium.
And they were the two closest. And lo and behold, that was the Super Bowl teams. Well, on here, they got 4 guys. You got Josh Allen, you got Williams, the quarterback out of Chicago, JSN, Buckeye great receiver with Seattle, and Myles Garrett. So my thought was 2 of these 4 are going to be in the Super Bowl, and 2 are in the NFC, or is that the AFC championship matchup, Buffalo and Cleveland?
Yeah, that's AFC championship matchup for sure.
Buffalo's got their new stadium this year. Would that be something?
Yeah, could you imagine that? Buffalo, Cleveland.
I just saw that cut. I had another picture for the NFL schedule release and saw that. I'm like, I got to go with this and just talk about it. But our buddy Chris said, again, addition by subtraction. Let our division rivals travel all over the world playing games with jet lag. Keep the Browns in North America. I love we're not traveling far away. Let's travel more stability, in my opinion. Well said, Chris. Yep. But they did. It is official. I know there's been going back and forth. They did officially. It leaked yesterday, but I watched Good Morning America. That officially came out today. Was the international games have been officially announced.
Okay.
So there's no more dispute, and you probably can't see that at all.
Yeah, what do we got?
So the first one, which I think was announced early on, was you got San Francisco and LA playing September 10th. Thursday, September 10th in Melbourne, Australia. That's in week 1. And then you had week 3, you have Baltimore. The Ravens will be playing Dallas on Sunday, September 27th. That's the Brazil, Rio de Janeiro game. In week 4, you have, actually, I think this is 4, 5, and 6. You have the Indianapolis Colts playing the Washington Redskins in
Commanders.
What's that?
You said Redskins. It's the Commanders.
Good catch. Yeah, the old habits I am. But these are the London games. 3 straight weeks in London. They've got week 4, week 5. You've got Philly, the Philadelphia Eagles playing the Jacksonville Jaguars on the 11th, week 5. And then in week 6, staying put there, Jacksonville, 2 straight weeks playing in London. They will be playing Houston Texans, playing the Jacksonville Jaguars. And then this one got a lot of traction because a lot of people thought potentially the Browns could be when the Saints. It was officially announced that Pittsburgh, the Steelers are going to be traveling to Paris to play the New Orleans Saints. That's week 7, October 25th. Follow that up. You've got in week 9? It's the Cincinnati Bengals are playing Stefanski's new team, the Atlanta Falcons, November 8th in Madrid, Spain.
Go Falcons.
There you go. Week 10, you have the New England Patriots playing Detroit Lions. That's Sunday, November 15th, and that's in Germany. And to round out the 9th international game, you're going to have the Minnesota Vikings playing the San Francisco 49ers, November 22nd in Mexico.
All right. Well, I'm happy the Browns aren't going overseas this year.
I am too. I thought there were a couple of interesting things there with that. So they have 16 different teams playing in international games. And this one, I don't know how you'd feel about this if you're a fan, but there's one team that's playing in 3 countries this year, John.
One team is playing in 3 countries. Oh, is this the Cowboys?
Close. It's the San Francisco 49ers because they play games in the United States.
Yeah.
And then they're going to be playing, they're going to open the season in Melbourne, Australia. And then they finish playing later in the season. They're going to play in Mexico. So they technically are playing in 3 different countries this year.
Wow.
So I thought that was interesting. That the rest of the schedule, I'm surprised we haven't heard a little bit more yet. I'm sure tonight as the day goes, we're going to hear more, probably get some rumors about who the Browns, what they're doing. But John, let me ask you real quick. Do you think the Browns will have any primetime games this year?
I will say that they will have one, and it'll probably be against the Ravens or Steelers. I don't know if it'll be in Cleveland, though.
Okay.
What about you? What do you think?
Yeah, I think they're going to get one, whether it's a Thursday night, Sunday night.
Well,
being a selfish fan that I am and a season ticket holder, I'm not always big on like Thursday nights or a Sunday night game at home. I'm too old to tailgate that long, first off, on a Sunday. Because you know how it is. You're still going down there at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning to tailgate for a later game. And then Thursday during the week, work, everything's a cluster F. So, if they do, I would hope it would be none of them. I think we'll get one.
Yeah, I think so. One sounds right. Maybe 2 if we're lucky.
Okay.
I like watching them at home when they're on prime time. Going downtown at night is, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it is fun.
If you're in the Muni lot, people, that's always a cluster F because that first half of the lot's filled because people are working. So everything's pushed back to the second and third lot, which so we'll see. But I think they'll get at least one.
Well, kind of on that note, then, what about the strength of schedule? Because they said the Browns have the easiest strength of schedule with the records from last year. Now, I know that changes.
Yeah, that was weird because at one point they had strength of schedule based on projected win totals. They had the 4th easiest was the Browns, which was funny because they had Cincy at 3rd. And I thought I saw them somewhere. Ravens were also in the top 10 or 15. And then Pittsburgh was later, like 18th or 20th. But I don't know. What do you think?
I think that I saw one thing that said their schedule. Sharp Football Analysis reported that Cleveland has a much higher difficulty when using projected win totals instead of last year's. That's all I know. I know that having the easiest schedule is not gonna.
I mean, it's all based on last year. Teams change, drafts, free agents. So yeah, we have our opponents up there. I don't know if we have time today. It's already it's already 1. We won't do it today. I'm not a big. Come up with a number, but we'll go over later the opponents and maybe our win-loss projections as time goes on. So we'll save that for another time.
All right, let me I'll shoot through this couple of stories real quick. NFL news.
Yeah.
Arizona Cardinals, Jeremiah Love cashes in. He was a 3rd pick, and he's getting $13.25 million a year. Nice little payday for him. Travis Hunter, Jacksonville Jaguars, general manager of the Jaguars, James Gladstone, said on the Rich Eisen show that he will still again play wide receiver and cornerback and expect increased usage at cornerback this year.
Interesting. My buddy Rob said, going back to the Browns, he thinks we got the easiest because we got the NFC division, that South. I think he was talking to, which, they were pretty bad last year. So that maybe that's why.
Yeah. And then we have Minnesota Vikings. It's a full-on quarterback battle between Kyler Murray and J.J. McCarthy. That'll be interesting to see how that shakes down.
Mm-hmm.
And Russell Wilson deciding if he should go to the NFL and play with the Jets or go to the TV booth. Would you want to see Russell Wilson on TV?
No.
Me neither.
I always thought a lot of him, but then he kind of comes across as a little corny.
Yeah.
With it, I don't know if it's a fake thing or if that's just really him. So I probably wouldn't. I mean, quarterbacks have been pretty successful making a transition. Let's face it, they've got a good head for the game and knowledge, but I don't want to see him.
Yeah. And then last one, Odell Beckham still trying to catch on to the Giants, I guess.
There's still talk about that, huh?
Yeah. Head coach Harbaugh said he's spoken with Odell Beckham Jr. multiple times recently. It's got to be right for both parties, he said. So we shall see. I don't know.
Interesting. All right. Well, there you go with some NFL news. Like I said, we scaled back a little bit due to time. Excuse me. But okay. Well, our next thing is that we have is sponsor alert, and we have our sponsored. Our next segment's going to be Inside the Dog Pound, and they are going to be officially sponsored by Poo Poo We Do. So I think this is pretty fitting for that.
Sure is.
For that one, they tie in now that we've announced everything. Now they flow much better. But
yeah.
Anyway, dog owners, this one's for you. If you just adopted a new pup through our friends at Euclid Pet Pals, or second, well, congratulations. Second, nobody warned you how fast that backyard cleanup becomes a full-time job, and that's where Poo Poo We Do comes in. They're based in Painesville Township, and they serve all Lake County. They handle the dirty work with weekly, monthly, or one-time cleanups. Services start as low as $15 for one dog. Pretty simple. You call them, they show up, they clean it up, and done. So give Scott and the gang a call over at 440-941-9798 for a free quote and tell them there's a Gleam podcast sent you. Poo Poo We Do. You handle the fun part. They handle the dirty work. Let's get the Gleam back. And there you go. Thank you to our sponsors, Poo Poo We Do.
Our free agent Fido this week, Steve. I'm pumped.
Yes, sir.
This little pooch's name is Grand. Now, every great football team needs a veteran presence in the locker room. The player who's been through battles, stayed tough through and through adversity, still shows up every single day ready to give love to the team around them. And guess what, Steve? That's Grand. This week's Inside the Dog Pound, we're putting the spotlight on one of the toughest free agents on the board in our free agent Fido segment. Grand may be around 10 to 11 years old, but don't let the mileage fool you. This sweet senior still has plenty left in the tank. She's not looking to be the flashy first round pick anymore. She's looking for her new forever roster spot. Grand was found injured on the side of the road, and she was named after, covered in dry blood with bite wounds from a life that clearly hadn't played fair. We don't know everything she's been through, but like every true Cleveland underdog, she keeps fighting. And despite it all, she still has nothing but love to give. Grand is the kind of teammate every home team needs. Calm, gentle, loyal, the type of soul that brings stability to the huddle. Her favorite game plan is simple. Soft treats, love-ins, a warm couch, and being close to her people during those cold Northeast Ohio nights while watching football or binge watching a favorite TV series. She's already done her time in the trenches. Now she deserves a dog pound. Grand would thrive in a calm adult-only home without a lot of chaos or constant motion. Think less 2-minute drill and more ball control offense. She doesn't need the hustle and bustle anymore. She just wants peace, comfort, and someone who won't give up on her. And here's a part of this, and here's the hard part of the scouting report, Steve. Grand has been diagnosed with a low-grade mast cell tumor. The good news is it's a slow growing, and many dogs continue to live long, comfortable, happy lives with it. She still feels good. She still wants affection. She still has a heart. But a shelter is no place for a senior veteran, especially one battling cancer, to spend her final seasons. Grand was even adopted once before and returned because the environment was simply too active for her. That's why we know the perfect fit is out there. A patient family willing to give this veteran free agent the stable home she deserves. No more bouncing around teams. No more uncertainty. Just one final contract with a forever family. Grand doesn't want pity. She wants a chance. Your chance to finally hear the words every rescued dog deserves. You're home now. You're safe now. So Dog Pound, let's do what you Browns fans do best. Show up for the underdogs. Let's help Grand find her forever home. And you can find Euclid Pet Pals at www.euclid Pet Pals. They have a Facebook page, Euclid Pet Pals. They're on TikTok, Euclid Pet Pals. Their address is the Euclid Animal Shelter at 25100 Lakeland Boulevard in Euclid. The phone number is 216-289-2057. They're looking for volunteers. You can go on their website to get more information. And they also have cage sponsorships at $250 a year that renew in January. That this money goes for medical care and everyday costs. You get a plaque that's put on one of the kennels with your name on it. Contact Ugolo Pet Pals for the form and or more information. And donations are also accepted. So
there you go.
That's our free agent of the week, Grand. What a cute little dog.
Yeah, she's their oldest dog, senior there. So Roger said, "Poo poo, we do is elite." But yeah, no, I was talking to Kristen there, and yeah, she's their oldest dog there. So they're really trying to get her home. Seems like just a sweetheart. You give her some attention, she just eats it up. Just, sounds like she had a little bit of a rough life there. Don't know the whole story, but still seemed like a heart of gold, seemed like a very loving. I know they said she's a mix. I don't know the exact breed, but she's not that big. She's probably about 40-ish pounds-ish, give or take. But
about 40 pounds, yeah.
Go ahead, stop up there if you want to take a look at her, any of the other great animals they have, and give them a shot. So, all right. Well, there we go with that. And John, I almost didn't do it, but I'm going to do it super quick.
Okay.
And I wasn't going to, but just out of respect, a couple things. I do have my 2-minute drill.
Okay.
And in this week, I almost started tearing up a little bit hearing about Grand the dog.
Yeah.
But on that note, I wanted to talk. This one's a little tug at your heart a little too. For those that don't know, Bob Tayek, he's the longtime public address announcer at Progressive Field for the Indians and Guardians. He passed away yesterday at the age of 75. So if you've ever been to a game, that he was the voice you always heard during the games from 1999 till present. So in April, the club had announced he was stepping away from the mic to deal with some health issues, but they were expecting him to come back later this season. His first year was in 1999. He's been with them for 27 years, so that's nearly 3 decades. He worked for various radio stations across the Cleveland and Akron area before becoming program director at was once then WWE 1100. While I was in that role, I thought this was interesting. In 1990, he played a role in hiring another man whose voice would become synonymous with Cleveland baseball, Tom Hamilton. He was a part of that group there that got him hired. So he did a stint as a former WKYC Channel 3 managing editor. And that's how in 1999, the Indians asked if he could fill in as a Jacobs Field PA announcer for the remainder of the season. They said they were so impressed with his performance that he was given the job on a full-time basis prior to the next year. So he is now joining our buddy John Adams. For those of you that remember John Adams, the drummer, but just want to say thank you, Bob. You will be missed, sir. Thank you for a lot of great memories and your voice.
Thanks for sharing that. I did not see that article or that.
Yeah.
Story, so.
And on another note, another little bit of sad news. I saw this pop up the other day, but actor Donald Gibb, most famously known probably as Ogre in Revenge of the Nerds movies, he passed away yesterday. I thought it was fitting he was a football guy nerd. Remember him?
Nerds.
He became a nerd after I forget which one it was, the third one or something.
The fifth movie, he's a nerd.
But he passed away yesterday. He was 71, Ogre. So that was a classic.
I loved Ogre.
Yeah. And then finally, I didn't want to talk much. Cavs, Pistons, those following. Series is now tied 2-2. He came home, took the 2. It's game 5 tonight, and I am happy to announce it's at 8:00 and it's on ESPN. So no, is it this stream, that stream? So there you go. That was it. But that was my 2 minutes. Bob Tayek, like I said, I wanted to mention that.
I got a quick 2-minute drill for you, Steve.
Okay.
I'll be fast too. So you've heard of the baseball 999 challenge, 9 beers,
Yes.
9 hot dogs in 9 innings.
Yep.
All right. So some knucklehead out there decided to do a 9-9-by-9. So he's doing, and I don't even know, this can't be all in the same day. Running 9 miles, playing 9 holes of golf, eating 9 donuts, drinking 9 espresso shots, taking 9 ski runs, using 9 Zins, and then still doing 9 hot dogs, 9 beers, and 9 innings of baseball. So that's got to be on like in a month or something. But let me ask you.
You lost me back at run 9 miles. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. But okay, go ahead.
That's your punishment. All right. So what if you had to throw one more thing at, not 9 more things, but one more thing at 9 hot dogs, 9 beers, and 9-inning challenge to the loser of fantasy football, because I think we need to up our ante stakes too for fantasy football, by the way. I'm just side note, because right now, a pink t-shirt we pass around is not cutting it anymore.
Yeah, that's the I suck at fantasy football with a unicorn and it's pink that I can say I've probably never worn. Thank you.
Yep.
I will not show the picture. I do have of you in it, that when you did the pose.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think your wife would like that, but I'm sorry. What were you asking?
What if you had to throw one thing, doing something 9 times into a challenge, what would it be? Doing 9.
Oh my God, you're putting me on the spot.
No, it's kind of hard, isn't it?
And it's football?
It could be anything. Yeah. Any challenge thing. I think how about 9 flaming hot wings, like intense.
That's a good one. That's a good one. So anything hot and spicy that's going to burn your face up.
Yeah.
That's always fun. I would say Browns fan, having to watch 9 straight times, either the drive, the fumble, or all of them. The drive, the fumble, the what do they call it? The hit, the Kansas City one where what's his name got hit and fumbled the ball. Every heartbreaking loss you got to watch 9 times. There you go. What would you do?
You have to watch it drive 9 times in a row.
I know what I would do.
What?
This is saved specifically for you. If it was you, I'd make you watch 9 times the movie Draft Day. Because we know your feelings about that movie.
Getting back to the watching the drive 9 times in the row, it would be like, remember the baseball movie with Boston Red Sox? Why can't I think of movie names?
Yeah. With Jimmy Fallon.
With Jimmy Fallon, he's watching the underneath Buckner's legs over and over.
Carl Yastrzemski.
Carl Yastrzemski.
Oh God.
Fever pitch.
That's it.
Fever pitch.
Fever pitch.
You'd be sitting there in a dark room with the remote. You'd hear you'd have Nev Chandler's voice playing. Bernie Kosar. Bernie Kosar.
I have done that before when the NFL networks played something in the past, and I'm just like, really? You really gonna play this now? And I've ended up watching it and just getting all miserable. Or what's that when they talk about? Remember the staff that Belichick put together? That rock, him and
Cleveland and all that crap.
Yeah, so there you go. But that was a good one.
All right, that was my little bit of 2-minute drill there.
Okay, well, I know we're short on time, but we got the land segment.
All right, real quick. So on Sunday, we went to Cooper's Hawk out in Avon. There's also one in Orange off of 271.
Okay.
My daughter.
I've never been to them. Did you say they're a chain or did they just have a few?
There's a chain. I looked up online last night. There must be, 30 of them. Pretty much.
I had no idea.
East Coast. So they are like a wine bar and restaurant. They have a huge wine area. You can get, I think they make their own wines also.
Okay.
Really nice, big. It's big inside, nice dark colors, really nice atmosphere. Really liked it a lot. We went with Taylor and her husband, Austin, my daughter, and then they took out my wife and Austin's mom for Mother's Day. And then myself and Austin's mom's boyfriend, Adam, we kind of tagged along for Mother's Day, I guess you'd say.
Okay.
But no, I started off with the romaine Caesar salad with romaine lettuce, Parmesan, croutons, creamy Caesar pesto dressing.
Sounds good.
It was good. Steve, I got a little something to say.
Uh-huh.
Not real bad.
Uh-oh.
I didn't even bring it up at the restaurant. I had 1 crouton, Steve.
Only one?
One crouton.
Why? Soggy?
I don't know why I only had 1 crouton.
You literally only got 1 crouton on the plate.
And it on the menu says plural. It's with an S, croutons. I only had 1. That was my only gripe. So that's talk about nitpicking. That's small.
Nah, I love me a good crouton in my salad.
No, I know. Okay, maybe I'm not nitpicking.
No, I bet that enhances the whole Caesar.
It does. A little bit of crunch.
Actually, can I interrupt your story? I know we're short on time, but you get it, Chuck. So speaking of Caesar salads, we were at Costco, and I'm not a big salmon person, so I'm trying to, eat healthier fish and, whatnot, get those omega-3s and all that good stuff. And I had it in my head. I'm like, I know. Anchovies. Everybody talks about anchovy. Everybody hates them, but it's that little thing and stuff that you don't know. It gets chopped up or whatever that gives it that umami. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. So we were at Costco and I saw a package there, big old package of, I don't know, 13 of these whatever. And I'm like, beautiful. I'm gonna start doing it. I was telling my buddy Chris about it. I was telling him about sardines and how, you can do Caesar dressing. A lot of people take the sardine, cut it up, really smash it up, add it into that dressing for a Caesar salad. He's like, you're right about that, except for one thing. It's not sardines, it's anchovies.
Right. Oh, so now you got a whole pack of anchovies.
I bought sardines instead of anchovies, thinking I was getting anchovies. I'm like, oh shit. And I don't like sardines at all. So there you go. Sorry to interrupt. Keep going.
No, that's okay. No, I can see how you can make that.
I confused those two for some anchovies and sardines for whatever reason, but
so then we were waiting. It was really busy because of Mother's Day. They had a special menu out, and it was like surf and turf specials. So we were waiting. Actually, they came by. They give free bread, which was like a pretzel bread, which was nice. It was warm. Then they because we were waiting for a little bit. The waitress gave me a free crab, shrimp, and lobster bisque cup.
Really?
Oh, yeah, really good.
Wow.
And on top of it, the wines are excellent too. I didn't drink.
She gave you the free crab, shrimp, and lobster bisque.
What about it?
She gave you free.
Yeah, she's like, hey,
she gave the moms.
They didn't want any. They were okay. We've just been waiting and sitting, and so they want soup. I'm like, I'll take a cup of soup.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Really good, and the wine was excellent too. All the ladies loved the wines. I did not drink. I was driving that day, so I was being good. Plus, it was like 4:30, 5 o'clock. I wasn't ready to start drinking bourbon yet. And then for my main course, me and Taylor got the same thing. We got the pistachio crusted grouper with mustard sauce, Mary's potatoes, and asparagus. Excellent.
That's awesome. Excellent. I love meat grouper. Ever since we started going to Florida on vacations and having it down there, grouper is one of my favorite fish to eat. Was it good?
Yeah, this is one of I may have had grouper before, but if I had it, it was a long time ago, and I really liked it.
I've never had a pistachio crust. A lot of times I've gotten it blackened. That's pretty popular down in Florida, well, every way, but blackened's really good. But that sounds amazing. Pistachio crusted grouper, mustard sauce. That sounds good too.
Yeah, and so usually we try to do the mom and pop places, not the chains. But this was Mother's Day, so I made a little special exception. And I thought if you can get out to Cooper's Hawk, definitely worth it. I believe they have wine tastings too you can go to. So check them out. Cooper's Hawk. Oh, there's also, you know what? They put a Top Golf out in Avon right next to Cooper's Hawk. So you could go to Top Golf and then go to Cooper's Hawk.
That's not what the second one in the area. I know there's the one off the 480, 77 there in Independence. I don't know of another top. I don't think there's one on the east side.
No, I think that's it.
Okay. Well, there you go. That sounds like sounds like you guys had a good Mother's Day.
Yeah, it was nice.
Perfect. All right. Well, on that note,
Steve, I will say that this show will probably get uploaded tomorrow.
Yeah, you got your other
tonight when I get home from work.
You got the job that actually pays you to go to still. So anyway, we want to thank you for joining us today. Thank you for all the comments. Chris Cantor, glad you could watch us live finally. Chris is also the one that sent us that video of him blasting our theme song throughout the schools there in Lakewood. Rob, good to see you back home safe. Thank you for your service. Good to see you. Roger, again, Dog Chug guys, see them tonight at 9:30. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for all the comments and on our Facebook page keeps every time I look, we're growing and growing. We're almost to 1,000 now. And that's only been 2 months. That's growing pretty quick. So appreciate all the comments. You can see up there where you can find us. You know it by now, so I don't have to keep doing it. And remember, check out our website. There's a gleam.com. Leave us a voice message. Usually every week we're playing something, getting different opinions, and look for us on the different social medias. John's real good with posting up. There's a Gleam meter and what the Gleam meter is each week. So, and again, just help us spread the word, help keep getting the word out for us. We really appreciate it and enjoy all your comments and feedback. So John, anything you want to add?
I just want to say thanks everybody for joining. And remember, if there's anything worth doing, it's worth overdoing. Have a great day, Browns fans.
On that note, thanks for joining us. Have a great week, everybody. Look forward to seeing the schedule release tomorrow. We'll have a lot to talk about next week with that. And remember what Coach Marty would say.
There's a gleam. Let's get the gleam. All right, let's go.
All right, everybody, have a great week and go Browns.
Go Browns.